Dude it, chat. Greetings and salutation. Hi, chat. Hi. I am here. Chat. Hi. Hi, chat. Oh, chat. Let me tell you about today, chat. Let me tell you about the day. Yeah, we started a little late because I needed a few hours of like laying down. Because for any of you that know well, we had surgery today. Lucky enough, like afterward, because it was technically in and out, it was only like, I think it took about 40 minutes, ish. 30 to 40 minutes if you count, I get me being out in the room waiting for them to call me back. But yeah, so we had in and out surgery today, and I got out. I was riding high on pain med, chat. I was like, I can fight God, let's go. And then about around, because on the way back home, because we also had like the quad ditch sewing thing today. So I literally went from the special doctor building that is designed to do like X-ray type surgeries, or just surgery in general that involve like X-ray and ultrasound. It's a funky, like a special like miniature hospital type of thing. So we got out of that. I was riding high, chat, literally riding high. So since today was Thursday, I'm like, Sam, we're gonna go sew. We're gonna go quad ditch. Let's go. Made it to the library because of the library thing. Did the sewing. Was like, I'm still feeling the fighting God. And then Sam was like, let's get food. So we went and got food. And as I was sitting there, drinking on a Dr. Pepper, chat, like a ton of boys just hit. I'm just like, oh God, okay, coming down. Because literally, as I was drinking the Dr. Pepper, it felt like a giant punch to the throat just happened. To the point that when we were walking back home, I thought I was gonna puke. Just because of it. Just because of like the pain. So we got back. I was like, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down for a couple hours, which is what I did. And also you got the picture of Luna if any of you saw that on Discord. But so what they ended up doing, chat, and then we will get to Forza. What they ended up doing was they ended up, I was awake the whole time for this, so yay. But they ended up like numbing me, like with some type of numbing cream. They numbed me, and a few minutes later, the doctor came in with a needle that was a good, I would say probably like 4, maybe 5 inches. And literally they stabbed me in the throat because we were doing throat stuff. Or technically it was thyroid stuff, which is, you know, set above your throat. It like in between like your throat cavity and your like outside of your throat. It will, well, your thyroid, like kneel down, like kneel the bottom where your collarbone is. So they numbed me up. They stabbed me. Any of I couldn't really feel pain at the time. But I could still feel the needle like going in, because it ended up going a couple inches in. And the thing was about it, like the needle went in, and it was like, hold it cold. And then right when it punctured my thyroid, it just started fucking burning like hell. Like any if I couldn't feel the pain from the needle itself, I could feel the burning. So what they ended up doing, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. You probably have. You know them little like drywall hooks. You know when they when you have like a little like thing that looked like a nail but it had like a hole in the middle. So they put one of them in my throat, going all the way down into my thyroid. And then they ended up taking 4 needles. So 4 different needles. Like I said, all of them was about like 5-ish inches. And literally just went into the hole that was created by this like drywall hook, I guess. I don't know a better way to describe it than them like little drywall hooks. And literally started like sucking like part of my thyroid out. And then they just stuck a normal band-aid on my throat. Like, you guys literally made probably a good, like, from what I could see of the little hook, probably a good, like, 1.5 inch hole going just straight into my throat. You know, to a point where you could stick a needle in and, you know, like, kind of see my thyroid so you can, like, move it around, because I could feel them, like, moving the needle around in my throat. So they took it out and they literally just shoved a band-aid on it. My throat is fucking foreign. Like, coming out of there, it, like, sounded like, oh yeah, I don't notice anything. Then I turned sideways and it sounded like, oh, never mind. Because it's, like, so fucking foreign, or was. I'm pretty sure my throat is starting, or my neck is starting to, like, bruise. I haven't took the band-aid off because of, like, I don't know if I want to take a band-aid off with a good, like, 1.5 inch hole in my throat. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave you alone. But on the band-aid, well, like, the sticky part is like, see-through. And it dripped black. So I'm not for sure if I'm, like, that dry blood or if my whole throat is swelling. I'm not for sure. Because I know the sample they took, like, from what I could see of it after the fact, it was, like pinkish, like, beads. In, like, the way I described the blood that was in it, because it wasn't, like, a lot of blood in the tube. But it literally looked like Kool-Aid. Like, how the liquid was from the thyroid was like Kool-Aid that was, like, white at the end of drinking it. And it was just, like, little pink, like, balls. So, yay. But right now, the pain is a little bit better, but literally, I feel like Batman. I feel literally like Batman in the old, like, movie from the 90s. When, you know, when Batman had the cowl on and he couldn't move his neck. I feel like that right now. Like, the side of my throat is, like so sore to the point I can't move it. So I'm having to do the Batman, like, turning my whole body to stare at things. Lucky enough, I'm going to be looking straight forward for the stream, so that's good. And I can kind of reach out. Albeit might be a whole nother question. But yeah, we will see what comes up with the model. Because they said, like, talking to them, they were like, oh yeah, you can take any pain meds, it doesn't matter. And they were talking about, yeah, because the thing is, okay, to answer the question about eating, because I was going to talk about that, is they were like, oh, you can eat and drink, and you can talk just fine, don't worry about it. Because since they didn't go actually into my throat cavity, my throat is more or less fine beyond, like, the swelling is, like, pushing down a bit, which is, you know, feel roughly about the same, as it did normally with how big, you know, my throat have got from the thyroid problem. But yeah, the thyroid set on the outside of the throat, like under your skin. So they didn't go actually into my, like, actual throat cavity. But yeah, they went like 4 inches into my throat though, but not into, like, where you actually swallow and drink. But man, like, trying to drink and eat when they were like, oh, it's fine. It, like, second the food, like, go down my throat, like, oh, this is fine. And then when the food hit, like, right above, like, my middle, oh god, I just said what it was earlier. Fuck. The bones in, like, the bottom of your neck. Collarbone, that is. Like, when the food hit, like, roughly around my collarbone, it literally feel like a giant, like, knot is being swallowed right now. And same thing for, like, drinking, so... It's not like... For now, it's not, like, painful right now. But it's one of them things that, like, noticeable. I feel like I took a giant chunk of cookie dough and didn't eat it. I didn't chew it and just swallowed it whole. That's what it feels like. No, oh, so what is going on with the removal? So what it was for was... So when I went to the doctor about it, like the specialist that recommended me to do this, so what this is, what they did was, they didn't remove it yet. The doctor want to make sure there were not, like, cancer in it, or cancer cells in it. Surgery will happen, like that surgery will happen probably in the next few months, probably, depending. We will see when that will happen. But this surgery was so they could take like pieces of my thyroid out so they could send it off to get tested to see if any of it had cancer in it. But the doctor I went to before that, he was saying like any if the test come back fine, you know, no cancer, nothing, it's just fine, he recommended I still get it removed. So the removing one might be a whole different discussion, you know, when that time comes. So, but yeah, it was them just like removing pieces off of my thyroid so they can send it off to get it tested before they decided like, hey, do we need to do chemo and remove it or just remove it? But yeah, they say it's going to be about a week before I find out if they're canceling it. And then my other doctor will then make me an appointment, and from there we will set up that actual like removing of the thyroid. And in that one, you know, that might be a way worse of surgery because, you know, that them literally slitting my throat open and removing a piece of my organ. So like I said, this was them just doing like a biopsy. So they were them just moving little pieces of it out of my throat. So yeah, I gotta go back. So in a week, the doctor will get the information, and then after that, they put the call and set me up the net appointment. So if I have to guess, knowing the U.S. medical system, probably the surgery to remove it will probably be sometime in probably July or something. That'd be my guess anyway, like July, August. But we will see. We'll find out in like a week. So, but yeah, the doctor just wanted to double check and make sure, like, you know, didn't want to do the whole thing of like remove it and then still have to do chemo, or remove it and then, you know, cancel, spread, and then, you know, what comes after that comes after that. So he just want to double check that right now. Because like I said, the surgery today was nothing more than like I said, like 1.5 inch hole in my throat, where they just like take little pieces of my thyroid out. But yeah, they ended up taking 4 samples out of my throat. So yay. But like right now I'm feeling pretty okay. Other than being Batman right now. Other than being Batman. We will see what tomorrow brings, because like how sore I am right now, there's a very good chance I might wake up tomorrow and be like, well, my from like lower chest up, it's just not doing anything. So, but yeah, the doctor in the Norfolk said like, yeah, you should be roughly back to normal in 24 to 48 hours. So supposedly the soreness and the swelling and all that supposed to be gone in like, you know, about 2 days. So, because I had it done at like 3-ish, 3:30 when they did it. So yeah. So I probably got at least 2-ish days in me. That might be a little iffy. Yeah, this is the whole thing of like, because the original doctor that sent me to that, because he was just like, yeah, either way it go, cancer or not, that's not normal, and shouldn't be happening, you know, to the extent it's happening. So he was like, okay, if it come back clean, you're gonna have 2 options. Either we set up an appointment and we do the surgery and we move it, or you tolerate it for as long as you can tolerate it. Might it be a couple months, a couple years, and then come back and we remove it. Because they're like, it's gonna have to be removed no matter what. It just, if it come back clean, then, you know, I can wait around and do the surgery later. And if not, then he's like, yeah, then it's radiation and removing it. But I'm kind of in the camp of the whole thing of just like, if it's gonna have to be removed no matter what, eventually, they're like, just get this shit done, you know? Just get the shit done and get it over with. And, you know, that way we can get, you know, move on to, you know, rebounding from it. But yeah. Yeah, how are you doing, Mason? Yeah, like I was just saying with Mason, or with Joe, with like, I'm okay right now. My throat is very foreign and I'm very sore. And I'm doing my Bet 90 Batman impersonation right now.
Than even I was imagining.
I know, Joe. I know. I know. By the way, though, on the upside, I did fully get verified down 39, chat. Because I still got my little whip band on, chat, and it say I'm 39 on it. And they actually spelled my name right, which is great. But yeah, so as of now, we're not out of the woodwork. And as far as like streaming issues, you know, we might have 1 or 2 days where, like, you know, like I said, tomorrow I might wake up and be like, okay, I cannot move out of this bed at all. Well, see you when I can, champ, you know. So, either way it goes, I will keep you guys updated on, like, Discord and Twitter and whatnot. If we have to take tomorrow off or the next day off. Because, like I said, the lady did say 48 hours, and I should be more, like, good. So, we will see. I guess as long as I guess I can get out of bed, because I was laying in bed for the last, what, 3 hours? Like, when I was getting out of bed, I finally got Luna off of me, because she's been very demanding. I got Luna off of me, I started getting out of bed, and I was like, okay, that's not happening. I had that moment of, like, I literally, like, have to do, like, the fucking Undertaker thing of, like, trying to raise up. I'm just like, okay, I need to raise up and figure out how to put my arms so I can, you know, get out of bed without moving my head. Or move my head no more than like an inch in either direction. So, I appreciate it, Joe. By the way, if you can you, actually, I guess I can do this. Oh, you did say something in chat. Okay, never mind, I was gonna say, can you say something in chat to see if the kick thing working? But I do not see the emote. Let me see real fast. I'm saying, did I ever... Wait, did I never get my stream elements? Oh, my streamer bot set up with Kick? Hang on, chat. Let me see about that real quick before we fully get into tonight. Platforms? Yeah, log into your quick... Kick account, yes. Okay account? Okay, I'm not on Queen, am I? Okay, no, we good. Hang on, chat. I'm seeing we can get, yes, allow account. I'm gonna see if we can get Kick, showing up in the chat overlay. You have been logged in a Kick. You may now close that window. Thank you. Okay, so we good there? Let me see. If my multi-chat setting got Kick turned on, I think it should, right? Yeah, Twitch messages, YouTube messages, Kick messages. Yeah, show me new photos on Kick. Okay. Let's see if that works. Let me do a quick test. Did that update at all? I wonder, hang on. I might have to refresh. Let me find my chat. There it is. Yeah, refresh my chat bot. Let me see if that will fix it. Okay. We'll try that again now, chat. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working yet. I wonder why. Usually I don't refresh. I wonder if that's one of them cases of a, like... I wonder if it's like one of them cases of, well, I gotta like refresh the bot, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, because it's showing. Let me see. Let's look at the queen for a second, chat. As soon as I find it. Yeah, hi Horizon. Yeah, one queen. Let me fix this. Yeah, because they kick on API, it's still very finicky and lacking, so not every feature may be implemented. StreamObot account required, connect to StreamObot website. Have I not done that? I thought I had a StreamObot account, maybe I didn't. Yeah, we might have to do more testing to get the kick stuff showing up. So like up here is like, it's showing all the YouTube, but kick is yellow. So, any of them logged in, so. I don't know. Kick may be a tomorrow thing, chat. Hey, half of the battle in one. I'm live on Kick right now, so it's fine. It's fine. We will get there, Joe. But anyway, we'll be. Big channel point. Look, I need to look and see because I haven't met the round on Kick that much. Because, you know, we only streamed over a little bit. I haven't actually, like, played around in the settings or anything. So, I need to see. I don't know if the channel point is just owned by default like it is on Twitch. I'm telling you, it's like, if everything goes good tomorrow and I'm semi-mobile, it's like, we got a lot of stuff to update. Like I said, I need to update YouTube, I need to update Kick. I need to get the chat bot working. I need to also get limit stream stuff situated. Maintenance mode coming in soon, chat. You know, maybe that'd be the other day. Maybe like tomorrow I'm just too out of it. I'm just like, I can't sit here and talk for 10 hours or whatever. Maybe we take the day off and we just do maintenance. Try refreshing? Yeah, I refreshed it in OBX. This overlay that I'm using is like connecting, connect to a multi-bot program. And I got Kick turned on, so I think maybe. Okay, we're gonna do that, chat. Just be warned, the chat gonna die on Queen for like a second. I'm gonna reload StreamObot and see if that fixes it. You know, it'll be like the last little thing we test here before we get into stuff. And just see it like restarting the bot fix it. As it's loading, chat. Loading. Okay, come on. You got this. Yeah. Yeah, still saying Kick it yellow, but let's see. Dead? Yeah, still not working. Oh well. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and hopefully we'll be good for the next stream on that. I'm telling you, Joe, yeah, over the last like few months, like a little bit. I'm still like convinced because of, you know, medical reasons. I still convinced the thyroid stuff is the reason why in the last like few months I've just been like, dead man, I'm so exhausted constantly. Because I know thyroid can affect your energy level. And I'm pretty sure that the reason, like the last bit has just been like, oh, I'm too tired to do anything. you know, beyond like the bare minimum of like streaming, getting some video done. By the time I'm done streaming, I get a couple videos up, and just like, God, I'm fucking dead. Which is probably another reason that, beyond, you know, the viewership reason of like, man, I probably do, like, especially while all this is happening, I probably do need to take like a couple days off a week and just use what energy I have to try to get stuff done like that, beyond like live stuff and the bare minimum for like videos and stuff. Dude, yeah, I did see the Destiny stuff. Mason. Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, what was it? Isn't what was the date on it? Was it like June 9th or something? Of them being like, yeah, we're going into maintenance mode. It's like, what? It's like, goddamn. I feel like that is such a, like, okay, you guys got like, what is that, 2 weeks? And then like, well, we done. See you later, bud. You know, like, man, safe to say the stuff with Maconn and then the stuff with Bungie just, you know, fucking over Sony. Well, Sony getting fucked over because, you know, I think we all agree that it will pay for Bungie and they got nothing out of it. Any of the reason they, you know, bought Bungie have pretty much killed more studio and more games than we can count. I just like, man, I think it very much just feel like Sony is just fucking done with Bungie, like done with Bungie shit. Cause it's like, man, I would not have bet Destiny 2 to go out in like a wimple like it had been. Like, don't get me wrong, I know what was the lat shape or something shape. I know a lot of Destiny heads said like, man, they feel like the end. And maybe they should have leaned into that, but I think that was, I think they were bought by Sony by that point. Or maybe they were still talking about being bought. I don't remember. But dude, them just being like, yeah, Destiny is done. And only have like a 2-week heads up. And like, what the fuck, man? Like, I feel like Destiny should have been like Elite one of them game that be like, hey, you know, kind of like what Final Fantasy is doing with the PS4 stuff. But just being like, hey, dude, we all out in like 2 years. Or indicate like a year. Let's start wrapping this shit up instead of just being like, oh, 2 weeks up. Nope. Destiny now is just done. Have fun. Bye. But I did hear they will probably they said they're gonna start bringing back some older content stuff. My hope is I hope they bring back the original campaign, because I still love the original campaign of Destiny 2. You know, like the campaign that was there at launch. I would love to replay that again. And it sucks that that whole thing is just gone now. But yeah, like, I think Sony is just done with Bungie. It's like at that point, it's like I feel like Sony is like giving an ultimatum here, just like get your shit together for Maconn and get that walked out. And if you can't get it walked out at time, you're just done. There's a good chance by this time next year, Sony might just be like, yeah, Bungie, we're closing it. Wait, 40 million, Mason? You've been busy. I
don't normally get like super excited or super hyped for games. I just don't. I'm jaded, I'm old, I'm middle-aged. The fire's gone out, the spark has died. I see something amazing and I just kind of think, meh.
But yeah, wasn't you only at like 10 or 20 yesterday or something, Mason? Yeah, I think honestly, like, man, I think Sony was just way and high on what Bungie was, not what Bungie is. Like, maybe, you know, maybe there were more to Bungie going independent from, what was it, Activision, right? Back in the day, maybe it was more to that than, you know, just parting way normally, you know? Man, it kind of feels like, to be honest, it kind of feels like the statement that I remember hearing back in the day when Bungie and Destiny left Activision. Was it Activision? I'm pretty sure it was Activision. I always get Activision and EA confused on Destiny one, but I'm pretty sure it was Activision. Like, when they left, like, a lot of the Destiny heads were like, man, hate to say it, but man, Activision was keeping them in check, you know? And I feel like that statement, like, have been coming more and more true over the last few years. Like, absolutely coming true. Yeah, this was gonna happen, man. We're gonna blink and you guys are gonna be at like $100 million or something. As long as some flat ticket don't come out before then. Although I imagine Pierre Pote probably did one build right today. We beat iPhone Crimson Desert. By the way, Joe, when it comes to the bosses, are the bosses like linear story bosses? Or do they do the Dark Cell from Software thing? Well, like, there's a whole bunch of bosses that not important to the main plot. Also, I see you shooting lightning on this boss. I don't know why, Joe. I don't know why, but looking at the gameplay, you find this boss and making me want to play Warheim. I think it's the snow. The snow is just making me want to play Warheim. Wait, did you throw his armor after killing him, Joe? Wait, you can blow ice on anything freezing thing? Oh god, now the question. How fast did Bat travel across like lake and wibbles with that? Yeah, to be totally honest, man, like the whole Sony making like dumb decision stuff is like, God, I feel very much like Jim Ryan, very much like I would say maybe not to the bluntness of like Don Matrick, but man, he really giving the same vibe. Cause like there was so many things that, you know, Jim Ryan have done that just like, man, none of that have worked out in their favor. Cause isn't Jim Ryan like on the way out at that point? Didn't they replace him with somebody? I feel like I heard about him like retiring here at some point, if not already. Yeah, because the thing is, remember, like, Sony bought Bungie because of the quote-unquote expertise, you know, in multiplayer games. Remember, Bungie was actually over, like, checking in on studios, making sure games were coming along. Cause they literally, man, they literally bought Bungie and then literally be like, here's a key to like 90% of the kingdom. Go have fun. And then they quickly realize, like, wait, maybe Bungie don't know what they're doing at all. You know, it'd be like what Sony did. It'd be like if Microsoft, like when they bought like Bethesda, and then they just went like, hey, Bethesda, Congratulations. Go look at all the studios we got under our belt and tell them what to do. And you guys make great games. I think kind of like what Sony did. Yeah, getting Marathon and Destiny 2 was just like a little side plus. Okay, it was Activision. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure it was Activision. But yeah, like I said, every day, the shit I hoard back in the day just feel more and more accurate of like, man, Activision really did keep Bungie in check. Probably the same way Microsoft kept them in check, you know, during the Halo days. I think at that point we're gonna agree Bungie is probably not bet with like leadership or control or like oversight on anything, because it's just like Microsoft over them, they make like the biggest franchise of the time with Halo, and then Activision like get over them, and then you know, yeah, but I wouldn't say the bet like looter shooter or MMO, but you know, enough to be like a pillar in some ways. And in a second, they all gone and Sony like heal the key, have fun with no oversight, and like shit just went downhill so fast. And then also not counting shit going downhill when it was just, you know, Bungie was independent. But I think Bungie is a perfect example of a studio that do good when they have like, you know, overhead of people being like, okay, maybe don't do that, you know, on a corporate level. Oh, the bosses are all part of the story mode. Okay. Okay, so they have both then for the bosses. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would just story double that, or they were doing like Elder Wayne, Dark Souls stuff with like, you know, having main story bosses and like just random bosses you can stumble into. Man, it does AoE stuff. Well, that seems like a very good power, Joe. Yeah, dude, man. Yeah, this is like one of them situations of like where like Sony is like, I feel like Jim Ryan is more in like, I don't know. Cause like, you know, when they had the leadership of the PS3 and they were doing like, you will get a second job for this. And like that came out of extreme elegance. You know, just being elegant to hell and back up to the PS1 and PS2. Well, it kind of feel like, you know, Ryan it in that case of just like, I feel like Jim Ryan, was like one of them CEOs that just came in and be like, I'm gonna make a mark, I'm gonna change everything. Which in return is, you know, the reason why, like, the last, God, what? Probably the last, like, 5 years Sony been, like, don't get me wrong, they've been still doing them, you know, the Walking Dead simulators, type stuff. But, like, you know, a lot of Sony stuff is, like, you know, moving into the more like multiplayer side, and just like none of that stuff have worked out other than Helldiver. But like Helldiver was a little engine that could in that whole like chain of command. Cause you know, they tried a PC thing and then they gave up on it. They tried to do all the multiplayer stuff and then Bungie fucked it up and ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff canceled. And then some stuff canceled after release. I'm looking at you, Concord. And then like all the franchises that also have died because of like Twisted Metal. And I think Twisted Metal probably would have been pretty okay. But, you know. I feel like of all the games they were trying to turn into multiplayer, like maybe Twisted Metal had the best shot, but you know, that got canned. But hey, we got the TV show at least. I do need to watch the second season while I got Peacock. Oh, yeah, while I still have Peacock. Because we still got that from your vision to Netmonth, so I need to get on that. But, at least that I get for fine. Well, surprisingly decent for what I think everyone was expecting. But yeah, just thinking about it, like, man, Sony really only ever had, like, one good leadership, right? And that pretty much was, Ashita. Like, when Ashita was the CEO. During the, like, you know, transition period of the end of the PS3 into PS4. And then he left. It's just like, ugh. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still, like, good thing coming out of Sony. It's just one of the things of, like, you know, you can see, like, just in general, just, like, looking around at Sony and, like, man, you guys just randomly spend so much money that just never went anywhere. So much. And like I said, Helldiver was, like, the one, like, holy grail out of that. We will see if the Horizon Monster Hunter MMO thing gonna be decent, since I know Guerrilla, like, we want to work on that. And since Guerrilla actually want to and not being forced to, it might maybe be okay. If it don't get canned as well, that is. Yeah, the thing about Sony and, like, the fanboy stuff, like I've always said, like, Sony have, like, moved themselves in a direction that very much makes Sony being, like, the game console version of, like, Apple products. They give me literally the same vibe as Apple. You know, you got the fanboy that will be spending thousands upon thousands of dollars over market value because they got an Apple on it. I really do feel like the same shit. Because to be honest, in my opinion overall, like, Sony is Apple. Nintendo is like, oh, everyone gonna own us. We don't care. Because, you know, Nintendo always end up being the second console. And then, like, Xbox is just straight up identity crisis, and hopefully they get that worked out. And then, like, Steam and PC stuff is just like, you know, do you want a game for a penny? Here you go. You know, Steam is in that camp of, like, consumer focus. Nintendo just don't give a fuck because they like Disney. They know you're gonna buy their shit eventually. And then Sony is just Apple. And Xbox is just over here trying to be like Nokia or some shit, trying to figure out what the fuck their identity is. Other my whole thing about the whole, like, don't think anyone making good decisions, I really do think a lot of the corporate stuff or business stuff, it's still like, all this stuff was eventually gonna happen. And I still think between COVID, Trump, tariffs, and AI shit, just have, like, ramped everything up. So what was gonna take, like, 5 to 10 years, it's all gonna be done in, like, 3. You know, it just speed everything up. So that's what I really do feel like. You can look at it and be like, okay, I can see how we were gonna get here eventually. It just everything just started making them speed one. The terrible shit. Any of the terrible shit was just gonna happen a little bit slower to the point of, you know, not realizing you being cooked in the pot, you know? I'm telling you, Joe, one day we're all just gonna run into the woods and never be heard from again. It will happen to all of us, I think, eventually. Or we're gonna make a little village of tents in a ditch somewhere, you know, one or the other. Yeah, cause at that way, like, man, I feel like at that way, like, if you want kinda okay decision, it's still like a handful of indies, and then, you know, maybe Valve a little bit. Any Valve in that like Cocko camp of just like, you know, one game new will like die or leave or whatever. When he like fully gone, it like Steam and stuff might go downhill, but till that happens, it like, you know, PC gaming and Steam is kind of the last bit with indies. Man, 30 million yesterday, 40 million, tomorrow 50. I'm telling you, you're gonna have so much money. You're gonna be able to buy the most expensive shit here soon, Mason. Or, you know, blow all that money on like 10 capsules, you know, or augmenting. One or the other, I guess.
Huh. This is a bit more depressing than even I was imagining.
Hey, we still got indie, Joe. Well, as long as they can be anyway. Dude, I feel you, Joe. Like, yeah, back in the day, like my favorite, like, developer / publisher was like was Capcom, Konami, Sony, and Ubisoft. Like doing like in a PS2 into like PS3 360 generation. Like I loved Ubisoft. And then Far Cry 3 happened. And then they bought Trial Evolution, if Trial 2 is still the best Trial game. And easily probably one of the best arcade game, or Xbox arcade game ever. Too bad they took the servers offline, channel. I do need to play the last Trial game. I never played the last one. And I know the servers are still up, because I know they're still doing like a whole bunch of crossover stuff still. Cause to be honest, like at this point, like in the gaming industry, it's like, it feel odd to say that. Like Capcom feel like they're like 90% back. You know, they still need to work out some DRM issues and some PC port issues, but and my iffiness towards RE engine. God, feel like, man. I'm still not the biggest fan of the RE engine. But don't get me wrong, the games it work great for. But we will see. Maybe Mega Man will be great. We will see. But like, man, like Capcom is almost there for me. And then the only other company right now, like we got Konami sitting on the side, like I'm still in that camp of like, I don't know if I trust you fully. You know, they're like right there, like, of being like, okay, maybe Konami is back. You know, since they got the new leadership, new leadership was like, you know, getting out. I wouldn't say getting out of gambling, but you know, still doing like actual games. You know, bringing back games. The Konami stuff and the publishing stuff of Konami is like, you guys are doing okay right now. And I still think some of them Konami collections are probably some of the best like game collections we have had in a long time. Any if they did take away or Precious What Is a Man from Castlevania, but you know, that is like my only issue with like Konami. Like, you know, when it comes to the collection, it's like, man, I get you want to do a Wii dub that is more accurate, but man, could you just make an option where we could pick the voice line, please and thank you? Would be nice. Yeah, the thing about Sony for me right now is like, I feel like Sony is just moving in circles, you know? You know how they say, like, you know, everything repeat itself? It feels like that's just Sony. Instead of being like, you know, like 100 years apart, 80 years apart before repeat, Sony is doing it every like 10. Because, you know, we went from like Sony, like PS3, coming out and being like, we're going to make all these multiplayer games. They're going to be great. You're going to play Killzone. You're going to play Mag. You're going to play Fat Princess. Any of Fat Princess were great. You know, they did all the multiplayer games. Starhawk was another one. SOCOM as well. They did all the multiplayer games, and then it didn't work out because nobody's spending no fucking $600 for the console big enough to, like, hold together, you know, a community like that. So, like, you know, midway through the lifespan, they're like, okay, so what are we going to do? Oh, I shouldn't say midway, we're what, like 3 years in? They were like, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to make Uncharted. Put Uncharted out. Wait, it actually did okay? Okay, let's put out Uncharted 2. Wait, did the bet game of the year and the bet game on that system? Okay, doubling down. Let's do this. Just straight up, like, we're gonna make these, you know, action, you know, like story-driven games. And then Last of Us happened, and they were like, oh, we're gonna keep doing that, but let's start doing more family stuff. You know, let's start like bringing in like the God of War stuff and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you know, even God of War is still following the same type of, you know, true line as something like Last of Us or Uncharted. And then like that was like Sony bread and butter. They were going into the PS4 generation, which is the reason they still kept making them games going into the PS4. And if they started elaborating and expanding on, like, you know, open world game with like Horizon, and if I still feel bad for Horizon. Horizon always gets shorter in the stick every goddamn time. Watch it. They're gonna release do the release date for the Horizon MMO, and then Wyatt gonna come out and be like, here are MMO, and just fucking kill it. I'm calling it now. We are ranting, Joe. We are ranting. Maybe I still got some of that pain meds in my system. Maybe we still high, chat. But
oh no! Your inventory! It's full!
It is full right now. My throat just filled. But I do feel like Sony is doing that loop again of being like, okay, it looked like all like theatrical open world stuff with, you know, Horizon and Spider-Man, like, they're doing okay. You know what we need to do, because everyone else doing it, is multiplayer time. And just like, man, Sony, and then like the multiplayer shit is all falling apart thanks to like Bungie and shit. And it's just like, we are just right back to the beginning of the PS3 generation. Sony is just a cocky asshole trying to make multiplayer games. Literally killing studios right now. Like, man. Telling you. Sony is just doing a loop. Every other generation is just a loop. Yeah, I think the PS1, PS2 day, I think a lot of reason play into that, Joe. I think like a mix of like I've talked about, where like gaming don't have that high to chase anymore. Like the bet they got now is like maybe frame rate, and then like maybe the distance between like RTX or that other lighting system that when we were using. I can never remember the name of it. It's not stuck in my head yet. But like that is like it, and then also like the originality stuff. It's just on the law scale, like Sony, it's just not gonna happen. You know, it wasn't like the PS1, PS2 days of like, you know, and first of all having the studios, so they shut down a lot of them, but also being like, oh, here's a game, here you go, here you like $3-4 million, go make something. Like now everything gotta be like, you know, hundreds of millions into the billion. And you know, you can't do like Apegate cookie shit. Like when you got that much money riding. It's just like, man, that time I think the mix of like not having anything to chase beyond like lighting and real-time shadow shift, and then the budget just not gonna allow the PS1, PS2 day to come back. At least in like, once again, mainline Sony anyway. Which I guess is the one good thing you can say about Microsoft. At least Microsoft is, you know, they have Double Fine, so you know, at least Microsoft is kind of still letting that happen. Any of, you know, Double Fine games is, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say hit or miss, but like acquired taste at best. Because, you know, Double Fine is Double Fine. But at least, you know, at least Microsoft at least allowing them to make some kooky shit that is, you know, technically AAA, AA. Yeah, I think honestly, Joe, like, man, I'm telling you, I think all the fanboy stuff is just like a detriment right now. I feel like honestly, like fanboy arguments only hold as much ground as the playground. Because I kind of feel like after you get in, like, you know, after your frontal lobe fully develop, it's just like, it's just not a good philosophy to have, or ideal to have, but the whole fanboy stuff. You know, you can be fan of things without going to that, you know, that extent. But, you know, being realistic and, you know, being self-awareness is very depressing. So, well, the other side of that, at least you get to scream at people and feel like you have some type of control over your life by, you know, screaming at people on the internet. So, but for me though, I think fanboy stuff is only really useful outside of marketing. Would be only useful for kids on the playground arguing over, I have this, you have that. You know. And also the buying it that come from that of, you know, being like, this is the only thing I got. It might be PlayStation, might be tablet, might be PC, you know, and not being able to afford the other thing. 'Cause let's be honest, a lot of that fanboy shit came out of being like, you know, half of them kids would be Sega and Super Nintendo fans, but, you know, the majority of them only have one or the other. So they instantly be like, mine is the best. You know, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense when you're in like your 30s, you know? Or hell, any late 20s for that matter.
Still talking.
What up, Sam?
I see your throat isn't a bad.
Bot? Bot? Do I have my alert on that page? I might not have the alert for bits on that page. Sam? Hey, remember Sam, I'm Batman. I'm Batman, Sam. As long as I don't move my head too much, we are good, Sam. I am the one that can't move in the night. Or as I was saying earlier, I'm literally one of the characters getting ready to die and fit to the North Star. Also, thankful for making me realize I gotta fix. I gotta put alerts on that page. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, you know what we need, Joe? Yeah, like the whole changing photo, thinking your game doesn't sell good. You know, once again, I know this all comes back to, you know, people want to have some type of control over their own life, and if they actually don't, and it matters, but, you know, make them feel like they do. But yeah, you know what we need to blame back?
No, I am Batman.
Also, Sam,
the
if
true
you're gonna scream at me
Batman.
with bits,
Also,
you might
depending
wanna
on
wait
if you are
two-
down
if
for
you
it,
have
we
all
may
the
go
other
to
queens,
Hobby
Sam.
Lobby for
It's
thread.
not gonna work on that queen now that I know it's not a thing. But you know what we need to bring back, Joe? We need to bring back hipsters. That's what we need. We need hipsters to come back. Instead of the fanboy being like, my game is the best and it sell 1 billion copies and if it only sold like 10, and then go into denial. They need to become hipster. They need to just be like, yeah, my game's so good only 10 people played it. It a sleeper hits. You guys missing out. Look at my mutt tattoo, you know? We need hipster to come back, Joe. Instead of fanboys, they need to become hipsters. The thing is about like Epoch IP, is like Epoch IP, if you think about, other than Halo, like other than Halo, they do good, but they don't like do great. You know, cause man, go look at like published like fourth-party Microsoft Epoch games on the 360, and you will realize that number is really small. And then the only one that technically kind of started getting into like the mainstream is literally games that were how they had other studio contract them for, Halo and Guild Wars. And the reason why, when Microsoft took them franchises in-house and stopped doing second party, none of them games have ever reached the heights of, you know, Halo at Bungie higher point and, you know, Epic at Guild of War. But yeah, Microsoft IP in general never have like fully like broken into like the mainstream the same way that like Sony and Nintendo has. I agree, Joe. Yeah, Forza, I like I was talking about, I think it was when we first started doing Forza, like day one, I was talking about that. I have, chap. Wait, what about Hobby Lobby, Sam? Are you talking about the models, Sam? Are we? No, I'm not annoying. I'm behind on chat, Sam. Are you talking about Hobby Lobby, the model? We will see if you're talking about the model. But like I said, I might wake up and like, well, I can't move. I can't figure out how to get out of bed because I can't move my upper half. I said, we will see, Sam. But no, I gotta get into my piggy bank if we do. Because now all my butt pat calls are out of money, so. But like I said, I think I got a nut for 3 butt wide in quarters, so. But yeah. To be continued to in the morning and see how I feel when I wake up, Sam. Or you going alone, so you can wide the butt for free, you know. Them are your 2 options. It's either do it alone or see how I am when I wake up and see if I can move. And if my throat not the size of my head come in the morning. But yeah, Forza, like I said, Forza is probably like the biggest, most critical like success Microsoft got. Like, let's be honest, like what Halo was during the Epoch and 360, that is Forza now. No, I wouldn't say with Ubisoft. I wouldn't say Assassin's Creed happened. I'm in the camp that Far Cry 3 happened. Because you know that, like, you know, Assassin's Creed 3 was... Assassin's Creed 3, god damn it. Far Cry 3 is easily still the best Far Cry. Like, I feel like Far Cry 3 to Ubisoft is the same that Uncharted and Last of Us was to Sony. Well, you know, Far Cry 3 was such a success that everything just became Assassin's Creed. Oh, goddamn Assassin's Creed, fuck! Just became Far Cry. Any Assassin's Creed have become Far Cry. Any of some of them tendency existed in Assassin's Creed 4, but, you know. Yeah, Capcom, like I said, Capcom got some rough edges. But like, they know games are great. The IP they are doing it great. Bringing back older games, they're great. You know, Mega Man, Okami, whatnot, it's great. But I think the problem with Capcom right now is mainly a lot of them PC stuff, a lot of them copy protection stuff. The quality control seems a little all over the place, you know, at launch. You know, for every Red New Evil, we have a Dragon Dogma situation. So it like, or Monster Hunter, you know, on PC with Wilds. Like, I feel like Capcom almost there. They just need to work on the quality control for ports, and I think they will be back. Yeah, the thing about the new Red New Evil games, like, I kind of feel you on that, Joe. Like, the thing about the newer Red New Evil, any of Red New Evil 8 was fun. Red New Evil 8 was probably the most replayable of, you know, Red New Evil past, like, 5. And even 5 is more so for co-op. I still think 4 is probably the height of replayability. But any of 8 got close to that. It's like, the Red New Evil games are in that case of, like, not the remakes. I'm talking strictly like 7, 8, and we will see about 9 when I play it. But in that camp of like a good game, but they kind of missing that like replay value, like heart to it. So they all like good game, but they're not like games that would be like, oh, I'm gonna beat it and instantly start playing it again. You know, no Red New Evil 2 or 3 or hell, any 4. You know, it just feel like kind of missing that, like, that it factor. Maybe it because them games have turned into super long games, you know. You know, most of them games now are like 15 plus hour long, when like older Red New Evils were like at best like anywhere from like 3 to like 5 hours. Yeah, leave with Capcom. They're not using Unreal. Camille, Capcom do RE engine for everything. Camille, Capcom got their own engine they use. They don't use Unreal. They're like the only real studio other than like Sega that don't use Unreal. Cause my biggest issue with a lot of the RE engine stuff is like, it's one of them things where just when you see it, just have that like look to it, with that like kind of Red New Evil, like, you know, like heavy shadows and heavy blacks. Like every time I see it, I don't know, it feels kind of like uncanny for me. Like in Red New Evil, I don't mind it, but like, you know, playing like Dead Rising, playing oh god, what the dinosaur multiplayer game? Oh god, what was that tower defense game? Something Goddess. I fucking love that tower defense game, but I can never remember the name of it. Again, that game still had that like look to it. And then the thing is, on that end, then you get shit like Horizon, or not Horizon, Wise, yeah, Monster Hunter Wise. You get like that kind of deal, Mega Man, from what we have seen anyway, and just like, then it's like, oh, this engine's not too bad. It's just like, it feels like one of them engine that you gotta go out of your way to like change the way it like look. You know, it just feel a little odd that it like, you know, two extremes and that kind of the RE engine. But yeah, on the Konami front, it's like, yeah, Konami was Unreal, right? For Metal Gear. My bad. I thought we were talking about Capcom. No, we were talking about Metal Gear. My bad, Joe. I do need to play that Metal Gear to see how it is. I'm trying to remember, like, wasn't the whole thing about Metal Gear 3? Wasn't it on PS2 it was 30 and then it was like 60 on Xbox, right? I could be wrong about that. to be honest about Unreal, like I said about Unreal will forever be that case of like, man, from a developer point of view, it's great. But the second you window your game and you play the game, that when it start getting like iffy. Like I think the best way to honestly speak of Unreal is I feel like Unreal is one of them engines. For my time of messing with it, which was like, you know, what, 70, 80 hours when we did that game-a-thon, or that, oh god, fuck chat. What is it called? Game Jam. There we go. When we did that Game Jam, and you know, we spent like 60, 70 hours making the game to submit. Like, messing Unreal, it just feels like one of them engines. Like, I like the engine from a dev point of view. But it's like one of them engine, I think, is like, maybe, depending on what you're doing, could be good or bad. But it does feel like a little bloated, and if it is really good, being able to do motion capture, wow, motion capture dude, and stuff. But also, I think it falls into that camp of like, there was some things about Unreal Engine, like 5, that have the same issue from 4, that have the same issue from 3. You know, like pop-in and textual issue, for example. And also having the game like grid-based, when you are creating it to control like data coming in and out of like RAM and memory stuff. Like that shit is what kind of makes it, you know, annoying and not great from like a dev point of view. And I think a lot of studios, like, we had the discussion about Episode 33, like, when that game came out and why that game don't seem to have really any of the issue, any if it is Unreal, and, like, the tricks they did to, like, fake a lot of stuff. And that's kind of how I feel about that engine, of just, like, you know, if you're trying to make super ambitious games, it's, like, you need to have the ability and knowledge and also, like, the knowledge to actually like make little tricks to save you a lot of headaches. And Episode 33 did that in spades, if you look at that game from a dev point of view. And I think a lot of games that use Unreal just try to brute force it and not actually spend the time or knowledge or money to, you know, think outside the box within Unreal. And then with all the issues that have been, you know, moving from one Unreal to the next, because, you know, Unreal haven't changed that much in the overall scheme of things, at least on the front end. You know, because of the whole thing, you learn how to, for the people that were making games on the 360, you can still make game in Unreal 5 with just, you know, a little bit of tweaking to, you know, learn the new stuff. And I think that is kind of to a detriment in some ways. But man, if you could pull Episode 33 in, you could be like, oh, does that have textual issues? Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to make 2D sprites that is low res and put them everywhere and stack them in a way that actually make them look high res. Yay! We only have to window like 3D objects in the whole scene. Yay! Which is like the main reason why Episode 33 was like, you know, was like great and kind of sidestep a lot of them issues. I still say for anyone that want to get into like game dev and you want to use Unreal, play Episode 33. Don't like play it from like a game point of view, like this is fun. Play it from like an education point of view and just pay attention to how to do a lot of environmental stuff. Cause like so much of that game is like, I wouldn't say quite pre-window, but there was a lot of techniques in that game that kind of thought taking from that time in gaming that worked in phase for them. Nobody draw me quick. Oh, hang on. I will fix this. I'm sorry, Mason. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me get my controller in. I'll actually get in the game so we can. Get away from that looping. My bad, Mason. I forgot we were sitting on the main menu. When I get going, I stop hearing things. You know, it just happens. It just happens. Everything becomes background, like white noise to me. See, this is the reason when a lot of like gaming music gotta stand out, because if not, I'm not gonna ever notice it. But there we go. Hopefully, whatever radio station we're gonna be on is fine. I can't help myself, Joe. I might not be able to talk tomorrow. I gotta take advantage of this, Joe. You know, I gotta take advantage of that moment of just being like Batman right now. Wait, did it work for you guys? Hang on. Did it? Wait. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what's happening. There, I fixed it, Sam. I fixed it. I had it muted on my end so you guys could hear the Lord, but I couldn't. It's fine. I fixed it now. It's fine. Oh, don't want to go long because I want corn dogs. Okay. Like I said, tomorrow we will see. We'll just see how I am when I wake up. And if I don't think you can heal me, because I think you're rattling around in the kitchen right now. Wait, Enchanted Arms. I know that name. It's not the alligator. Oh no, this is RPG. Yeah, I never played Enchanted Arms. Wasn't the thing about this game was like, oh no, it's like a grid bait RPG. I see. Yeah, I remember always seeing that box art, but I never played it. Dude, I'm telling you, that Naruto game that Ubisoft made, you know, I feel like, I know I'm not alone in this, but like, that is probably the best Naruto game that ever got made. Like, don't get me wrong, the fighting games are fine. The fighting games is like, you know, kind of insane as far as how much they nailed like the anime look, but God, that Naruto game from Ubisoft was great. I need to see if my copy still works, because I have that game. I bought that game when it came out, because that was like at the height of like my Naruto love. And I still have it, but the thing is that came from the dark ages of parties in my 10x10 shed. So it's like, that thing might be very scratched up. It might not be playable. I might need to see about getting that Wii Surface. I don't know. It might be fine. It could be fine. I haven't played it since like 2009, so maybe one day we will figure it out. Because I was honestly thinking about that game every now and again. That game pop in my brain. But yeah, I love that game. I never played the second one though, because I know they did a second one. But the second one just fell through the crack for me. But the fourth one I loved. No, I played it on 360. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I never streamed it. But yeah, I played it on 360. But yeah, I need, you know what I need to do? Because obviously that game's not backward compatible. It's just not. I need to hook up my 360 again. And I need to see if it's working. Or eventually we get a a 360 emulator, walk in and play it. The only issue with that is like, I don't know any like sites to get like Xbox or 360 games for WOMs, or I get ISO 10 link. Like PS2 down, I can easily get WOMs and ISO for that stuff. But yeah. Anyway, chat. Anyway, now that I'm caught up, and now that the looping have drive Mason insane. What is this queen? Chat. Did they update? Did they bring out a battle pack? What the hell is this queen, chat? I have never seen this queen. Okay, hang on. Let me get this on my actual monitor so I can see this instead of looking at OBS. Wait, is it? Wait. Is it battle compatible? Hang on, let me double check that. Hang on, tangent time again, one more time. Xbox 360. Well, it should be, I guess I should say what? Yeah. Is it battle compatible on Xbox One or is it battle compatible on S? Let me see. Yeah. Let's show me the lists. We're gonna figure this out, chat. Also, why am I invisible? Joe, what did you do to me? There we go, I'm back. Oh, I was hitting buttons. I know what happened. God damn it, chat. I need to, you know what I need to do, champ? Instead of having my number pad control me, I really need to make that a distant hotkey, chat. Anyway, Queen. Let's see. Yeah, 360 game, please and thank you. Also, hang on, let me check real quick. Oh wait, are you talking about Enchanted on, not Naruto? My battle compatibility list. I haven't looked at this list in a while. Also, BattleBot Theater is great, chat. Any of that game got me very close to getting filed for Metroplay. But, you know. That a story for a distant time. Ooh. Tom Clancy, Funnel Cell Capture is battle compatible. Nice. Speaking of another game we gotta play at some point. I remember loving this game when it came out. Like, I remember loving it. Hey, Wayman Origin battle compatible. Nice. I think I have that on PC though. I don't remember why. Man, Lost Planet 2 is $20. One day, champ. I need to buy that. That time they go on sale for like $3.
Troy cat food has been ordered.
Yay! Okay, Sam. Yay! When is it gonna be here, Sam? But yeah. I need to grab that game when the game gets super cheap. Cause I think that game is like a $30 game for physical now. So we need to do that like whenever we get super cheap. Same thing for Blacklist. I love Blacklist as well. But sadly I don't think I own any of them. Or either one of them, I should say. See what else we got here. Also, Zorwat. I need to buy a Zorwat with the DLC. I need to do this as well because I picked up this on PS3 I think for like $5 like years ago, like 2020, 2019. But I still never played the true ending. So that's another one that we need. I need to grab. Speaking of Far Cry 3, I guess I shouldn't be supplied at Far Cry 3 is battle compatible. I probably shouldn't be that surprised. Man, Pete Walker was $15 still. Goddamn. Wait, when do chat, have they given us a date for the Metal Gear Collection, the second one? Do we got a date for that yet? Also, what are you saying to me, Joe? Lost Odyssey, I need to fully play. Lost Odyssey is one of them games I love. I got to the final CD and I just stopped. Because I hit a point where like, I need to grind for the final boss. And then I got distracted. Because there was things happening. At that point in my life, I just got distracted. Because I had random women just coming off the street and living with me at that point. It was the whole thing. So I never went back and beat it. Dude, the Command & Conquer Weather Lord, like, I have that on PC, and from my understanding from Coon, that game is literally unplayable on PC. So, Blue Dragon I have Blue Dragon. So we good on Blue Dragon. So we got nothing to worry about there. What else do we got, chat? I am so surprised Shadow wanted backward compatible. Because I don't even remember that game had bots. So this game was multiplayer only. I legit do not know if it had bots or not. Because I remember like playing the demo for that game and like, this is great! And then I just never bought it because at that point I was too Halo 2 and Halo 3 gone. And also at the time, I was making an FBot account every couple of days to get like the free 48 hours. That was also a whole thing for me at the time. It like I literally made probably hundreds or at least dozens of like FBot live account. Cause back in the day, when the 360, before a few years it was out, like anytime you made a new account, you got like a week of free, you know, like FBot live at the time. So I was just constantly making accounts so I could continue playing Halo for free. That was a whole thing. You know, I wonder, how did American Wasteland, or American Nightmare, I mean, how is that? Because I know they got delisted, and then they put it back up, and I know that game got a shit ton of copyright music. And I don't know they stripped it out like they did for, like, GTA 4? Yeah, 4. I know GTA 4 got songs removed. At least on PC. I don't know if that happened on console. I imagine it probably did. Chat, go play Blood Rain Patrol. It's great. And if I do think the port they did for PS4 and Switch actually made it easier. But that game is still great. Oh, hey, they actually made the 2D Lord Shadow game backward compatible. Nice. Too bad the Batman one didn't get backward compatible. So that would have been nice. Oh, speaking of Weather Lord. Wait, Crypto Defenders are also backward compatible? Interesting. Also, speaking of a licensing game that also, like, surprising, like, really? Deadly Warrior actually got backward compatible. 2 of them did. What the hell? Is that? Oh, no. So Driver is backward compatible, but you can't buy it anymore. God damn it. I got a cited, chat, because I never played it Driver. I got a cited. Wait, is Dragon Age Origin the same with Awakening? I wonder if they just pack in Awakening into Dragon Age. That was the DLC that was also standalone. I wonder if that's just one game now. Also, Enslaved is great. Speaking of another game we need to replay, I need to replay Enslaved. Enslaved was like my favorite game the year it came out. I loved Enslaved. God, I remember when Fun Ducks were like a big thing. I remember I had that game. It was just always dealt at me, but I never got around to playing it. Yeah, of course, all the Halo game. I knew they were backward compatible. Also, a hardcore uprising is also good for a Contra game, you know, speaking of Konami. I still don't know why they didn't name this, like, actual, like, you know, the actual series name. Actually, wasn't... Actually, I think hardcore, or corp. Was that the Japanese name? I think. Speaking of another game we need to play, I need to replay Hyperphobia, because I remember this game being really neat at the time. We need to also play I Am Alive again. I know I Am Alive at the time was, you know, didn't review good, but I remember really liking it. There were points in that game of like, well, this is a little too goofy for a game that's supposed to be as depressing as it is. Also, Kingdom Come is a given on that one. We gotta play that one at some point. We would do the remaster of that. Nope. Yeah. Metal Gear 2 and 3 been delisted. It is good they still look like they are still backward compatible if you have the physical. That's great. What? Aw. I guess that shouldn't be supplied mid-trail got. Took it down since it's online. I should not be surprised about that. God, Ninja Gaiden. He's so edge at $30, chat. Is that like the most offensive 360 game? Oh, speaking of another really good game, Outland was actually also really good as well. That game got tough, but that game is good though. Hey, Undead Nightmare still backward compatible. Did they delist it? God, I think they did. I think they delisted it. Lucky enough, I have the physical of that. Cause we need to replay Red Dead, but mainly we need replay Undead Nightmare for Halloween. Cause the footage I have of that is from like, you know, that was, God, that was like 2014, 15 on stream. That was like the second or third game I played after leaving Extra Play on stream. Hey, Homecoming is still here. $20 though. I do want to replay Homecoming as well, because I remember really liking Homecoming when it came out. But I know that another one of them games that, you know, review-wise at the time wasn't great. But it still was better than Downpour, so, you know. They'll delete that. What page am I on? Okay, we're almost done, chat. Because honestly, looking at this list, it's just like, man, the 360 was good, chat. I meant 360. Hey, we actually got some Japanese version. 50 cents is backward compatible. Damn white it is, chat. Any of it delisted. Damn white it is. That was another one. We need to play Conan at some point. I'm still in the back of my head a little upset about Conan. Because I rented Conan the day it came out. And then a friend came over and he's like, ooh, you got Conan. I'm a big Conan fan. I'm going to play that. And he literally sat there, played it from beginning to end. And by the time he beat it, I had to return it to the rental store. And I never rented it again. I never got to play it. He just took it and played it the whole time. And they were like, here you go. You can have it back now. I'm like, it do that today. Fuck.
Huh. This is a bit more depressing than even I was imagining. Figures. Okay, yeah, Naruto not backward compatible. Did I admit Enchanted on? Maybe Enchanted on backward compatible with F-Bot 1. Because I know there are like a handful of games that only compatible with the F-Bot 1. Like I know that, I think. Oh, where were we, chat? Also, hang on, my controller died.
And I think the music mute? Oh no, it just got very quiet. It just got very, very quiet. Got it. Yeah, I guess honestly the Command and Conquer thing probably is better to do the 360 version. I need to see if I actually have a physical of that game or not. I need to check my lists. I need to check my list of 360 games because I have like a full list made of all the 360 games I own. Because I feel like that one of them games I bought during like my yard sale days. I need to double check that. And hoping I on PS3. Yeah, I never grabbed it when it was free. I think I totally missed out on that. Also, yes, I know my controller will die and it's fine. Dude, Lost Planet was great. I haven't played Lost Planet since... God. Probably... Because I rented Lost Planet, and then I bought Lost Planet when they did, like, the bundle deal. That was Dead Rising, Devil May Cry 4, and then Lost Planet in one bundle. Which is the version I got. But I remember loving Lost Planet. We do. Hey, you know, there are rumors going around, Joe. You know, there are rumors saying Microsoft going to announce like a big backward compatibility push again at E3 this year. That is a rumor. Man, I deal with love. I would lose my goddamn shit, chat, if they do like an emulation background. You know, instead of being like picking and choosing, it'd just be like, here an emulator. It just download it on the Xbox Series X. Some game work better than other, but you know, in context or concept, every game should elite boot, and then good luck. Like, I would love for that to happen. To just be like, you have the DVD, just put it in. It doesn't matter if it's on the list or not. It's just the games on the list you can buy digitally, and then every other game is just once. God, I'd be so happy. Like at that point, it'd be like, well, we ain't doing nothing but 360 games for the next like 6 months. Yeah, that is a good point. Ubisoft did do that dribble game. Yeah, cause that one in the PFP dribbles are the only ones I never played. Yeah, they have to have Left 4 Dead. You know, that one of the things I feel like that have to be backward compatible. In my head, that like Halo being backward compatible. Any of, you know, you can grab all them games for little, like, 20 cents on Steam, like, 90% of the time. Yeah, I need to replay Reach and see, like, how I feel about it now. Because I remember, like, when I did my Halo Marathon, I wasn't a big fan of Reach. Like, ODST is still my favorite Halo. Yeah, Red Dead was out, so it just unlisted, but it's still out. Watch Dogs or Take Two, I think, unlisted it when they did that remaster. But I have the physical, so we good. But what is happening here, chat? Oh God, we got seasons now. We got season, chat. What did it mean, chat?
Welcome back, Troy.
Shut up, AI. Today. Oh God, we didn't get a battle pass, did we? Let's get back out there in my my lemon mobile. Let's figure out what we do in chat. But yeah, dude, if no rumors end up being true, better close it waits. Oh, season championship, yeah. 6 days, 8 hour, win the championship. Retro Wowie. Okay, let's go though.
Turn around.
So that's another fate. Why not? I guess it's more of a season special event, but still. I did not realize we were going to have seasons in this. I shouldn't be surprised, but... But yeah, like, okay, what was I saying, Chad? Oh yeah, the emulation stuff. But man, I hope the rumors are true, because I know there were like emulators out there that supposed to do, I think, like 90% of like 80 or 90%. Maybe I'm thinking original F-Bot, but I know there are 360 emulators out there. It's just like I don't know where to get ISO. And I don't have Image Born installed on that PC. Yeah, the whip. I need to look into that. I need to see if Image Born will actually let me whip a 360 game. The only thing about that, I imagine, for the 360, I also probably gotta get some BIOS as well. Also, what am I doing, chat? We could just go off-road. Any of the vehicle not meant for it. Fuck it, we're going off-road, chat.
Turn right.
I'm gonna destroy that vehicle, chat.
Alright.
Is it fine?
Who else likes sci-fi manga from the 80s? Okay, I can only
This
see
is
the
how we
hands of
get.
people here in the booth.
This is how we
But
get
hands
down
up
the
again.
mountain, chat.
Who likes racing mech? Chaser Zero. Well, gear up and get those.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
There we go.
You're
Got my
not going
shiny,
to
chat.
believe what's waiting for you in the showcase. If you're not a fan, you will be.
Okay, chat. That is the plan for tonight. I need to get that competition unlocked. We need to wait the Gundam, chat. We have to do that tonight. But I think I'm only, what, like 10,000 points away from unlocking now?
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. Let's see. Solo. Well, I think I just unlocked all the seasonal event, chat. I think that is official now. Alright. Let's see how we do, chat. Let's see. Hell yeah, give me the baby metal. We'll start the night with baby metal, chat. Baby metal and drugs. Let's go. I do need more of that pain medicine. That pain medicine they give me all the overnight, chat. I was floating, chat. Any of the ground were moving under my feet most of the time. It still was great. Oh god. That was a wall, chat. Okay, I gotta get back in the mindset, chat. You stay behind me, bud. Also, I think I fit the audio, chat. I think the music is good now. For the most part. Turn the music up? Okay, fine. For you, Joe. For you. You're gonna overpower me, but fuck it. For baby metal. damn wolf. Hold that no up, champ. Fuck, champ. God damn it. We got 4. You know, it being things film and Genesis not heal chat. God damn it. Okay, one more. I need 3 or up, champ. We need 3 and up. Also, hang on, chat. Let me bump it back down. Hang on. But yeah, we need 3 and up. Here we go. Oh, it's Linkin Park time, champ. There we go. Nice little cut. Okay. Not good. Not good. Went better than it probably should have, champ. Did you clip just Baby Metal Jam? You know, I feel like we're doing better now, champ. I'm at 3. I just gotta hold it, or you know, get a little more up. Okay, 2 will take it. Okay, they'll lap 1, champ. 2 more to go. Also, I love how they said it with wowie weights, and they're not wowie weights, and this is closed circuit, chat. We're just using wowie calls. Oh, if I get on the inside, champ. I might get it. There we go. Yes, hope for play through the torn. Yay! Yeah, we need to hold it for 2 more, or I get 1.5 laps. Wait, did it? I see the link in chat, Joe. Okay, 1 more lap, 1 more chat. Did I see the link in chat for it? This is for chat, or chat. We're gonna win this. That's all I wonder, chat. I wonder if these seasonal event gonna actually give me a billion. We still gotta wait the match, chat. Hopefully it does. I don't know how the seasonal stuff working now. There we go. Battle, chat. Battle. Wait, can't click on the link. Hang on, let me see if I can click on it. Wait, failed to torment content classification. What? What? Did anybody get me? What? I wonder if it's windowing. Or I wonder, I wonder if it's not loading because of copyright, maybe? Yeah, it might be copyright. I don't know, that new, that's the fourth time I have seen, like, Twitch, like, blocking clips because of copyright. Also, who was here with us? No, oh no, Genesis was here, chat. Genesis got 7. I gotta start paying attention to the end queen now that I know you guys can pop into the way. Yeah, it might be just doing like, is it copyright block? I haven't heard anything of that happening, but that doesn't mean it doesn't. Cause I know at least on YouTube, like playing this. I know like my VODs on YouTube literally make no money. Like they're just straight up, just
You're
like,
back
nope,
on
it all
Horizon
copyright out.
XS. I'm Simon.
So by the way, that mean chap. That mean if you are watching it over on YouTube,
We are officially into
you officially gotta do a thumbs up and
Japan.
subscribe.
So while I check out the frozen
We're
treats
not making
I can
ads
order
off
on
their
Raku
playthrough.
Express, you should check out the festival playlist for some tasty new events and even tastier rewards.
Wait, was it
Then
shiny?
you can go order from
I'm gonna
Raku
die,
Raku.
chat.
What? I want my driver here quick. The ice cream could melt.
Wait, was it shiny? Oh, there it is. I'm like, what the hell is it, Maconn? I do need to look. Other than there was probably like a billion fucking ads on my videos on YouTube because of how Twitch or how YouTube do ads nowadays, and since I can't control them at all when they copyright it, you guys probably getting a billion ads over there in VOD. But I need to also look and make sure, like, am I blocked anywhere? Because, you know, of course, being like blocked in like Russia and, you know, whatnot, it like, that's fine. That makes sense.
When it is safe to do so.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm blocking any other country. Am I gonna die? Okay, good. The water's not that deep. We good. Okay, I cannot play that tree, chap. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised they haven't done it sooner. You know, a little bit. Also, now that we got Wowie call, we're gonna be good going off-road now, chap. Actually, hang on. What did that show on the map? View journal. What? Wait, portrait treasure map. What the fucking treasure map? Okay, chat. They're gonna open the door that might crap my game again. All bonnet bulls? Mac? No. Bonfire? No, I'm not spending real money on that. Oh, so, okay. I guess we can't track it, but... I got chat, we're just gonna know we did that one. Because saying we got a call for that.
Calculating route.
So yeah, maybe we don't get anything but like card rewards for doing anyways, and maybe a no affiliate. Wait, what? Oh god, my internet is dying. What the hell? I don't know if you guys can hear me. I do not know if you guys can hear me or not. I don't know, can you guys hear me? Because I'm still not, I still can see your chat messages. What is happening, chat? Yeah, it might be OBS then. Sam? I don't know if Sam can hear me. Let me see. I'm gonna message Sam. Man, I'm setting at like, honestly, I'm setting at like 20k heal on bit weight. Let me see. Let me double check Steam. Make sure Steam not doing anything funky. Now, Steam is not doing anything funky. I'm still connected to that bot live. Am I still live on YouTube and stuff? Yeah, I'm still live on YouTube, it looked like. Yes, I know my controller dying. Calm down. Okay, you can heal me? Yeah, I'm hitting 24k out of 6,000. Actually, I'm dropping down a bit. Well, this is a predicament, chat. This is a predicament. I don't know what to do, chat. Because the internet seemed to be fine. Let me double check that. Yeah, because everything is loading. Like, all my shit is loading elsewhere, so this is the OBS thing. I might, yeah, we might do, we do have an issue, Joe. Yeah, I might just reset the stream. Hmm.